pick up the Belleric.
Oh man, I feel like I'm watching MCT Station with this, man. The Zetian, the last pick for ONIC. This is such an interesting draft from ONIC, especially the last two, Belleric and the Zetian.
Okay, so the Belleric ult helps supplement pretty much the entire lineup of ONIC. The Zetian and Belleric ults are difficult to actually make work for the layer of stuns, which an Alice into a Belleric now should temper a little bit of what ONIC can do, that they have to be careful to fight under Alice's...
In this best of 5, once again, ONIC, after a decisive game 2, when Aurora took game 1, what will be the equalizer here moving forward?
I like this. You were pulling a page off of Moreno's book in MPLID by packing a sprint on this Juicin. Okay.
Why that? Why the sprint?
You are so much more annoying to grab, and you can grab the others much better because you're just so mobile once you pack it. It's Crimson Beacon, then you pack the sprint. You're going to be difficult to catch, and you're going to be annoying to deal with.
Ooh, look at all this pressure on Dominkite down bottom. This is how you can tell that ONIC are making up for their lack of rotational speed.
Yeah.
By making their movement more meaningful. Light! Meaningful Light picks off Savero just like that.
It backfired.
Well, rotate as much as you want. You can't just counter sheer mechanical brilliance by Light. Even forces the retry away from King Kong just so he can secure his own beat up there.
That's why there's so much of this focus. And again, a Belleric can only do so much. Brusco doesn't have his phone flicker, so ONIC playing on the back foot right now, at least leading into that first turtle here in about 15. RORA has control of things so far.
The last time we actually saw Belleric be a big player was when Aurora flunked out of the group stage of M6, the Swiss stage, and when ONIC eventually won.
Yeah.
That's when it would stop Chosen Joys.
Yeah, literally just Wrath of the Dryad being that thing, you know, to go ahead and slow them down, stop them. It's one of the great things, again, you can play with around objectives. They're going to be the ones to start the turtle up, but quickly goes back in control of Aurora. Let's see if ONIC really can convert this or not. They're going to be dragged for it.
Oh, Fury the Phoenix, allowing them to find a re-engage. Light pushed back out. Edward looking for it. Does glimmer through, takes down Kirk, serves up the turtle and Demon Kite. DK finds King Kong, stringing kills. Down goes the big tree. 3 for none plus the turtle. The light is blinding. Girls need blinders. ONIC is left to where the sidelines is.
Really awkward team fighting there by ONIC. Why are they full committing this early on?
That's my question.
The Alice and Juicin alone, you know, are going to be a problem for you. There's a 2.5k gold lead. It's 4-0.
Massive swing.
Yeah, it's a Paquito into an Alice. You don't need to full fight that. Your initial rotation was already messed up. Brusco already suffered 1 death. You don't have Wrath of Dry. Why?
Yeah, that's why I asked. Like, is this the first turtle you want to fight for? But then RORA takes everything from them and builds themselves this kind of lead. I mean, we haven't seen this strong of a lead in a while throughout these games, even at the end of the regular season for this. So this is a great start to go ahead and play into when you have this kind of composition. Oh man.
Another pop on the passive. Demon Kite with the charge sever there. Close call.
Yeah, Brusco can't hold the bushes because there's a huge risk of him just getting lifted. The combos of Kirk, Edward doesn't give a damn about it. He's an Alice.
It is miserable for Prince now, dude. 3.5 minutes in, and he's popped both flickers and passives.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Dominkite is beating Savero in lane.
Oh!
Entry though.
King Kong jumps on the Dominkite. Dominkite does survive. Light is back up too. Man-to-man blocking Brusco.
Okay, Brusco, he's at level 4 now. Maybe this will change things for the next turtle, but I'd almost like to see them maybe even let that one go, man. They're losing everywhere across the map. Unless this ends up being a different case where, you know, Kirk can potentially help out with this Paquito here. Looking at the gold, look at the difference even in the gold lane, man. 800 gold between the gold laners right now. Savero, that early death really slowed him down here. Mid.
Nice combo. Laying that through, and they find Yue. The kick here, displacing Brusco, and now Edward comes in with a massive Throne of Ruin. Demon Kite looking to take down Prince goes, double for DK, making a triple as he pops the rocks on King Kong, and Kirk barely survives. Another 3 for Aurora.
You saw the desperation there by ONIC, especially Kirk. They knew they had to get That's Suyo, but that will be the Sky Piercer holder for the team. And they are just allowing Aurora to take their early conditions.
I don't get it. They go in for this. Yes, it's a pickoff. But then with RORA and the lead that they have, they just come in and slam down towards ONIC. And they got control of this. Not only that, Sky Piercer picked up. Yes, he had 3 kills already, but gets a stack off that triple kill for Demon Kite, and now he's just in full momentum on the Suyo.
Because of the lack of control in the center, Severo has had a difficult game.
Crimson Beacon forced on a Brusco here. No follow through. It was all in an effort to actually get this push in by Demon Kite.
ONIC overcooked in this draft.
Yeah, a little bit too much, man.
Yeah, a little bit too much.
Maybe just the Paquito, a different roam, or vice versa.
But more than that, I appreciate how Aurora are punishing that, how do you say, exotic approach to the draft. Which is, say what you will, they have no burst, yes?
Yeah.
And they win the macro, yes, but they're so willing to fight. So early on, they get 3 stacks on DK. Like, that's, I think, the difference maker.
And the reason why Aurora's Belleric worked against AP Bren in the final series of the season was because RORA were patient with it. AP Brand then were playing a full dive comp, and they just needed Light to get 1 big Wrath of Dryad in a team fight to ruin AP Bren. They didn't respect the Wrath of Dryad to mess them up, and then RORA ended up winning. While ONIC are just go initiation when it works out better for you in this kind of setup if you wait, if you're just a little bit more reactive.
Whoop. Light here could have gone for the kick, but they said not just yet. King Kong does pop the puissance. He was ready for it.
Yeah, he was ready. Make an attempt there. Last turtle's going to be up just a second. ONIC is down 5,000 gold. You look at the itemization. Dominkai will take down a tier 1 up top. And this is, I mean, there's 1 item on XP, 1 on gold. Starlium Scythe there for Severo. You're just not in fighting form, so they gotta give this turtle up.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going to go that course of action and just try to get prepped up for the First Lord. But the way that things have been going and the way that RORA has been executing that, even the First Lord is going to be tough to deal with.
Yeah, I have to give a lot of respect here for Dominkite. During the regular season, Severo had his number in the laning phase, but now he's beating Severo. He beat Severo in game number 1 in lane, now in game number 3. Just a huge point of improvement for Dominkite. And of course, Aurora and the entire team. Not a lot of people expected that he'd put up a fight like this, but they're also punishing ONIC's crazy ideas.
Has UA even had to use Sprint yet? Like, I feel like
I haven't even used it, yeah.
I was going to say, I haven't even seen it because
need to.
He doesn't really need to catch anybody. It's ONIC choosing to be in range of his Jushin here.
Joseph, that's how short-range ONIC's draft is.
Yeah.
That he's just like, no, I'm just going to kite you guys away. I don't feel any threat here.
Yeah. It definitely feels that way. Taking again a glimpse at the items here. Look at the difference between the jungle, man. That's just how good of a game Demon Kite has right now. 3,000 above King Kong and the Baksha. This is, you know, kind of scary to deal with because even when you're the Baksha, you're playing this utility. You're down, what, 4 levels up to this point, 3,000 gold. It's really hard to even contest into that Lord take. Even though you're supposed to be the tanky one here, even this Paquito really hasn't been able to do anything just because of there's no entry point for Kirk to deal with here. So they're desperately trying to hold on to this side of the jungle, but RORA takes whatever they want at this point as a tier 2 up top will fall. Dominkite knocking down the Kirk. King Kong?
King Kong, deep behind enemy lines. That Throne of Ruin will stop him. I think that was just a little bit overkill as he gets picked off easy.
Overcooked with this one. Too slow, didn't respect the Alice. Dominkite is messing up Kirk.
AOT plus the BMI back. Nice push down bottom by Severo. But that seemingly feels like a consolation prize for everything that Aurora's taking now.
Yeah, it really looks like we're going into Aurora, going into match point with a 2-1 lead. Once that Dominance Ice comes out for that Alice, good luck trying to take it down, even with just a Radiant Armor and an Oracle. Edward's already way too difficult. They don't have the right damage profile. Burst base, perplexing to me as why you would want to play a Paquito with Uranus and Alice still open. It would be greedy. Were they thinking about Claude? Were they thinking about the Suyo? Still, you have to look at the big picture of it all. It seems like a lot of ONIC's overcooked picks are looking into very specific things without looking at the big picture of drafts.
Yeah, this is one of those situations again where you are almost thinking that this can end on this first push just because of the nature of the composition that ONIC brought. Yes, there's still the shields. They could still work around that. In one way or another, I guess the Wrath of the Dryad ultimate from Brusco could stop RORA in its tracks, but even if you stop them, you might just die.
Joseph, you can also open a coconut with a plastic spoon.
That's true.
But do you want to do that?
You know, if I was thirsty enough, maybe. Maybe ONIC is in that position where they're thirsty enough, man.
It's going to take a while.
Yeah, it's going to take a while here.
As it is, they're 10 down. There's a Lord Mark.
Oh, Kirk. Oh!
They can't even clear that fast. They pick off the Paquito. They pop the Holy Shield in mid. And there's another chubby wave up top.
That is exactly how it feels right now watching this one for Game 3. RORA could potentially just go ahead and get to the point where they are ending the game as quick as possible through this as ONIC desperately tries to hold on to their base turrets.
Oh. They will pop the shield, and there's a wave in mid. Oh, Light can just put the shoe on the other foot. Now Brusco knows what it's like to have the wall banged on you.
Light has a flicker as well. He can make a play.
And there is
Brusco.
the combo coming through.
Whoa!
Wrath of the Dryad keeps Light down, but Domikai does take out Brusco. Domikai will get taken down here. Oh, it's Demon the fold, Edward 2. The punish 3 for 3. Yua gets found out, but he does back off. 4 for 3 now. Savero might be able to defend.
There's still minion waves coming in. He still has towers to work with. 10 seconds until Brusco gets back. 10!
Oh, Dominkite is ruining turrets. Top lane cracks. Mid lane goes. There's a duo of minions here as the Yue tries to hit him with the Crimson Beacon. Zaman forced through. Dominkite firing off. Here comes the rest of the super fam. It is over till it's over. Dominkite here with a blade.
Oh!
The shutdown by Brusco.
ONIC holds on despite it all off of a Wrath of Dryad from Brusco.
Followed up by the Fury of the Phoenix. A Zaman Force, a triple kill from Vero. And ONIC might just make a comeback here. Still, it was expensive, but they were able to chip away at that greatly. A perfect combination with the Belleric and the Zetian together. But because of the resource lead of Aurora, ONIC had to lose way too much. Still, they held on and they keep going for it.
And they find Edward. There's the Summon Force. Finally, Edward cracks, and they force Light back. ONIC are an awakened beast.
It's ONIC time.
It's ONIC time.
The lead in half.
That was a fumble by RORA, man. Fighting into the turret, even with that lead, you still got to respect the Wrath of the Dryad. That's what I was saying. Under the turret, that's what they did. So now it's ONIC with this Lord. Again, Aurora still ahead of 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
They can still secure this Lord here. ONIC has been able to pull it off so far.
Lights low.
Can they continue it? Now you see the respect here on both sides for the positioning favor around the Lord.
They have to go faster. They have to go faster. Minion wave scratch.
Lord here on 8th of itself. There's the Summon Force. Crimson Beacon by Yue. Going back.
Oh!
Block. Demon Kite. Savero does get shut down here. Demon Kite does get a kill on Brusco. And ONIC are backing off the super fam retreat. Turning tail. Happy with the Lord take. But here's 5 members of Aurora. They want to go. Fury the Phoenix. Down goes King Kong. Kirk clearing the waves. Lord spawns in 15 seconds.
It's miraculous that ONIC were able to secure the Lord for themselves. It has to spawn here. RORA might be able to end it.
Oh, they're going to push in with this wave. Kirk and Super
Light with the flicker and the kick and the combo, serving up a kill to DK. And the Lord does come through. Brusco spawns. Savero in 2, but the base is in jeopardy. The Northern Lights are at match point.